Hello. Hi guys. Oh, my lights aren't on, I just realized. Okay. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm sorry I'm a hot mess. We got caught in a storm. I've been hanging out at the airport waiting for my daughter to finally show up because her flight was delayed a lot. So it has been one heck of a mess. I think I just made my hair even worse. I don't know. There we go. We'll give up with it. So sorry I'm just a few minutes late and then even more late than typical time. But I'm here. I guess that's all that matters, right? Hey Dawn, how are you? So tonight I'm going to be painting our little gingerbreads. We've got boy or girl. We can paint both of them, or if we want, we can just paint one. We do have a lot of glittering to do, so maybe just doing one. So we can decide boy or girl. Which one do we want to do? Colors for night always are black and white. We've got Deco Art Honey Brown, the Deco Art Americana. This is my favorite for like your Christmas gingerbread browns. This is my go-to, is Honey Brown. Same with hot chocolate, that kind of stuff. It's just that perfect yumminess. Girl, okay, we'll do girl. Next colors I have is Pretty Pink. It's not your traditional gingerbread. We're doing a colorful one tonight. We're doing Bimini Blue. Yeah, I love this color. It's from Apple Barrel. It is very liquidy, if you guys can hear that, but it's really pretty. Girl as well. Okay. Next one, Gecko. You know me and Gecko. Woo! Can't hold on to things. You know me and Gecko. Love myself some Gecko. Of course, Maj will probably do a little bit of blush on the cheeks. Glitters tonight are, I can't even remember where I got this one. I think this is Michael's. It's just their really light pink. It's almost iridescent. Green, Walmart. This one's the Emerald. Gold, I believe this one was Walmart as well. I might not do the glitter on this one because I spray it and then sprinkle it on top. So just FYI with this one, but it does go on top of it. I just don't do it at this time, but just to let you know the effect. Okay, so let me flip down here. Okay, we still got volume. Last time I flipped down, that's where some like the volume issue happened before. So we're gonna do the girl tonight. And I got another bottle of Honey Brown because this was feeling a little bit light. Hence why I got a little bit late. Where is my my honeycombs? There we go. Oh, Riley is gonna be so excited. I finished it out, so she gets to pick at it. Let me grab one of my other ones. Maybe. Where are my honeycombs? We might be going old school tonight. I don't know where my other honeycomb tray is. Oh, right here. There we go. No old school. We got it. We got it. My honeycomb, my ice cubes. Ice cube tray, my favorite thing. Okay, let's get started. Honey Brown first. Let's get this in our paint tray here. Okay, like I said, I knew I was gonna probably need more. We are gonna go with, I'm just looking at what I need for brushes. I'm gonna go with a 1/2 inch angle brush. Okay. So how was everybody's weekend? Was it fabulous? Anything fun? I tried to do a vendor event. Oh my gosh, it was hot. It was from 12 to 3, and you guys, I died. She said, you know, we could stay till 7:30. It was a sunflower picking, and then she had the vendors there, and I even wanted to do the sunflowers and pick some sunflowers, but I was so hot I couldn't stand it. So I ended up packing up at 3. Or I kind of started picking up a little bit beforehand, but just a little, you know, because it was dead too. When it's hot like that, I don't think anybody wants to come out. So she offered for us to come out the next day, and I was like, no, thanks, but no thanks. So anyways, that was my Saturday. And I was missing my Briley, my 13-year-old. She was down in the Florida Keys with her grandparents for her belated birthday present. So when they are 13, my husband's family does a big vacation that's just grandma or just the grandparents. It's kind of how they've determined it. And so anyway, she was living her best life, swimming with the dolphins while we were dying at a crop show. So I did finally get myself through some Virgin River, so that was fun. Dawn, I do too. I have one this week. I have a Monday or a Saturday, Sunday as well. It's at a coffee shop. I did really good there, so that's like my only, like, oh, I can do this. But, and I know it's a little bit more shaded than where we were at. But, oh my gosh, girl. If you haven't, go see if you can get yourself one of the fans that you like use the plug with, you know, like your drill plugs. We got the Cobalt one just because I have a Cobalt lawnmower, so I have the bigger batteries for it. That did help quite a bit. As long as I had that fan kind of pointed right on me, it really did help, but woo, was it hot. So I don't have any tips and tricks on the hot part. I wish I could tell you something better than that, but that did seem to help as long as I kind of had some air going. And my tent, I have the sidewalls for my tent, so that did help a little bit too. I think I'm going to get one more. I only have one sidewall, so I think I'm going to buy another one. So I'm just going around the buttons here. I honestly probably could just paint right over them, to be honest, and not be all pretty about it. I probably will just paint over it, to be honest, because they're getting glittered anyway, so it's just we need a color put down and that's about it. These guys are pretty easy to paint up. Let me grab some more brown here. I feel you on that, girl. Cells have definitely been super, super slow, so I get you. I don't usually like to do the summer ones as well, unless they're indoor, so I just don't feel like it's worth it. But I have to say, you know, the few venues that I've been to have definitely helped with sales and getting myself out there locally. So this is also the coffee shop that, if you guys follow me normally, you probably have seen that I'm doing a back to school chalkboard, and it's kind of like a first day, last day chalkboard set. This is the same place that I'm going to, the coffee shop. They're really fun coffee shop. So they do like wine, they got their liquor license, so they do wine and stuff like that at night. So I thought that was kind of fun, and they have yummy baked goods that they get. They're very supportive for local businesses and small businesses, especially those that are women. It's 2 women that open this coffee shop. They're pretty cool. But they, on Friday nights, they have singing and stuff like that, so it's super cool. Betty, I totally feel you. I'm not a big heat person either. Okay guys, I am just getting the edges of our ginge here, our gingerbread. I was hoping I could get back and at least get one of them painted for you guys so then we could do both of them, the boy and the girl. So you could kind of see what both of them look like together. But like I said, we got home, we got caught in the storm, so then traffic was really bad. So we literally, I had enough time to hurry and throw some food in my mouth and run up here. So it has been adventurous. We'll just say that. I missed seeing you all on business call. I always kind of look forward to talking to you guys and having fun on business call. So kind of bummed that I had to miss it. And then the reception in the airport when you're down in baggage claim, it's very spotty, just so you know. Alright, you guys. Just trying to get this last little bit here. We're gonna need a second coat, I feel like, on this. I can see some spottiness popping through. Okay, I got a little pink clump. I can see in there, but every time I go to grab it, it doesn't want to play nice. So we will do, oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, just going around the face one more time here. There's the other pink clump. Alright. And I notice I get a lot more paint clumps in my paint during the summer months, and I think it's just because of the heat. So just FYI for you guys. Trying to kind of keep them in a stored, you know, cooler area. It's going to preserve your paints a little bit more if you can. So I get asked that a lot. And when you get down towards the end of the bottle, sometimes that happens too. Okay. Alright, just smoothing out right around his face here. And then we'll get going to his arms and body. Go on to the other side here. One more coat. Oh, we got some clumps. Okay, and let me see here. I'm gonna have to get more paint. I was hoping not to have to dig into this other bottle. Alright, let's see if we can get the rest of this with the lid here. Get his other little leg. Okay. All right. There we go. Let me throw that back in here. All right. Next thing we'll go to is our It'll probably be melting on the pavement. See if you can get yourself an outdoor rug. That helps too. And it also helps with the bugs not biting your ankles. Learned that the hard way. After the dog show event. If you're on grass, yeah. Alright, so pretty in pink. Let me grab a brush for this guy. Okay. This is a 3/8 angle brush, what I'm using now. We'll get the bow going here. Right here. Get our girl Gingy going. Alright, pick up. I'm gonna just get the edge right here of our friend. Okay. Just smoothing out. So how many of you guys are Virgin River fans? Don't want to ruin it for you guys, but oh my gosh. What a cliffhanger did it leave us on. I finally got to finish it on last night, actually. So I was excited. I was trying to watch it while trying to do my get ready for this craft show, and yeah, I couldn't do it. I ended up having to turn it off because I was paying attention to that, not what I needed to be doing. Alright, so for her nose here, I'm just going to get a big part of my brush here. I'll get some pink on here, and we're going to just kind of make an oval, okay? Just kind of nicely go around here. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to go and grab a liner brush. I'm going to grab a 0 liner brush. Okay. And we are going to go right here. And I kind of want it thick, so I'm trying to do a little bit thicker of a line. I'm going to kind of just swirl, do back and forth here. Okay. Same here. Like so. Okay. So just kind of weaving up and down, making our cute little frosting. Hey Case, how are you? Did Suzette get in here and I didn't see it? Right, Linda? I know, I was the exact same way. Season 3, I was kind of like, eh. But yes, this one, they knocked it out of the park. But I wasn't very happy with the ending. It was like, too much of a cliffhanger, people. And I felt like some of the episodes were a little bit rushed through. We could have had a little more drama with that. But all in all, I was happy with it. Okay, so we got our pink. Okay, and then our next one is, it's called Blue Lagoon Bimini, Bimini. This is Apple Barrel. It's one of the few that I use. It is very, very watery. I don't know if you guys can even see when I pour it. You see how watery it is? So just be very careful with it. It's one of the wateriest ones I've seen, but I love the color of it, and for some reason, even with how watery it is, it really does have good coverage. But when it is watery like that, I suggest just barely getting any on your brush because it can spread out very quickly. So just be really careful. Go slow with it until you can kind of figure out the control of it, and then you can go back. You can always go back and add more. Okay. Alright, let's get her arms. Oop, I have way too much on there. I can see it. Okay, going back one more time, just so we get a little bit better coverage. Let's go right here. All right, blue we are almost done with. We're gonna get the eyes real quick. And like I said, because this one is a little bit more watery, I like to use the detail brush with it, where I typically would use a little bit thicker of a brush, just so that, see, like I said, I got too much paint there. Just so that I can have more control with it, so it doesn't spread out and cause chaos. I got lucky. I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Okay, eyes are done. I'll let that dry for a sec. We're gonna go to our green next. Woo! Decided it wanted to be the start of the show. Did I get? No. Okay, it was water. Thank goodness. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'll just do, since I have the brush already, I am just going to continue with doing our outlining or our frosting lines. Just like so. Nice little swirl, swishies. What size brush am I using right here? I am using a 0 spotter or liner brush, depending on which manufacturer you're using. And this is the Plaid brand from Walmart. Okay. For the brown, I used a 1/2 inch angle, and then for the bow, I believe it was a 3/8 angle I used. I like the 0 for the lining, you know, when you're looking for a little bit thicker of a line. for what we're doing. All right. I kind of painted myself into a circle. I just realized that, and I don't know why I grabbed that. Okay, I'm going to use the back end of this brush again. We're going to get our polka dots for the center, or our polka dots, our gumdrop centers, our gumdrop buttons. That's my gumdrop buttons. Sorry, had to. You guys should know I'm a big dork, so. Gotta love some Shrek. Alright. I'm going to show you guys a trick too. Since this will be wet, our green will be a little bit wet, I'm going to show you how you can just add your glitter right onto your wet paint instead of having to use the Mod. And it will do really good coverage as well. Okay. So, let me hurry and add this green onto our button so I can show you guys a different technique of how to do it. So if you ran out of Mod, another way is you can always use your paint kind of as it, and you can put your paint on here. And see, it gives you that same cute coverage, okay? I won't do it with these because it's still a little bit too wet for it, but I just wanted to show you how it does do that nice coverage, and it can kind of sometimes save you a step. We'll still go back to using this in just a little bit though, but I did want to show you how you can do that. It can be a little bit messy though when you're using a lot of glitter. All right, let's go now to using our black. Gotta refill some bottles. All right, for the black, I'm gonna be using my 10/0 spotter brush or liner brush. Same kind of thing, just depending on which manufacturer you got is what they'll call it. Okay. So I'm just going to do our quick little outline here. Okay. Just get very little on your brush to do the outline of your eye. Okay. I'm going to fill in right here, and then I'm going to water down this paint just a little bit because it's making my lines a little darker than what I'm wanting. Okay, let's get some water added in here. Okay, I'm just going to mix this around. Can you guys see that? So you want it watery, but not too watery, obviously, like the blue. But just a little bit more, I can't remember who kind of like a watery glue, like a glue consistency, not super thick either. Probably doing the wrong thing there. Whoops. Had too much water in my brush. Let's see. I know that's not watered down a lot. Okay. Baby wipes are a girl's best friend sometimes. And I think my baby wipes are downstairs. Okay, hold on. You know I have more if we need to. Sometimes a little bit of spit helps too. Oops. Okay. There we go. There's her lashes. We'll clean up our edge right here. There we go. Like so. I'll get her a little smile. I'm going to come in and add a lot of white though back into the smile because I want it to kind of look like frosting here too. Okay, my brush was starting to drag, so I stopped, picked up, and then finished, okay? All right. Now we'll just get our bow going here. All right. This one is a very simple, detailed one, but by adding all the glitter and the fun, it really makes this one kind of come to life. Do a cute little outline. Do another little zigzag here. All right. Okay, let me clean my brush. It's getting a little bit bogged down with paint. All right. I think we'll go right up here with another cute zig. Okay. Alrighty. Right here. I'm trying to kind of think where I want another one. Alright, so just outlining our friend here. Alright. That is as much black as we are doing. And let me grab our white next for some highlights and frosting. Okay. I'm going to come in here and grab our last little frosting bit here. Woo, I almost got myself in black. Let's flip that just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So I'm kind of letting my brush get overpowered with the paint. I typically wouldn't for doing highlighting, but because this is the frosting, I'm letting it get really covered with it. And then I'll show you what it looks like when I highlight and the lighter amount that I will use. Okay. All right. So let me clean out my brush here. Okay, that's it clean, so it's very, very little if you can see. So we're just gonna get a little bit on there. So that's how much I typically use, okay, when I highlight. Let's go ahead and do the smile next, because like I said, I kind of wanted a little bit more than I typically do with a highlight on the smile to kind of give almost that frosting look too. But I wanted the backing of the black there. Okay, and then with that nose, we'll just kind of do a nice little swoosh. I don't like how that went. There we go. I'm going to come back and do the eyes in just a minute. And then I'm just lightly touching my brush down. Okay. We'll go right here with our swoosh. There. Alright, right here. Okay, so the only thing different that I'm basically doing with the boy, just FYI for you guys, is his bow is just shifted down to underneath his neck. Everything else is the same, okay? And then I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. One of the other reasons why I did the buttons early is so I could do the little highlight there. And then let's get our dotting tool. Love these from the dollar store. And I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight on her eyes. So you can see she's got a little sparkle now going on in her eyes. Okay. Let's get some glitter going. I'm gonna throw my heat gun on this real quick because it definitely has some wet spots still going on. But what are you guys thinking? You guys liking her? She's pretty simple, but she is so fun to paint up. They're both really fun to paint up. Whether you do the traditional colors with them or you go more for the colorful fun. All right, let's get our glitter on, right? So cute. Thank you, Linda. Okay, we're gonna use pink first. And oh, I almost forgot. Let's do our blush real quick. So this is the blush that you get from the dollar store. It's the LA Color. I like the Sweet Cheeks. Here, there we go, Sweet Cheeks. So when I use, I just put a little bit of blush right where her cheeks are. You can make it darker, lighter. I kind of go a little bit darker because of the brown on it, but you can kind of see how it does that. I love the effect of it. You can spray it and it will still keep that effect, okay? Just be careful before you spray it because you can make it lighter very quickly, okay? Alright, let's get my Mod Podge, wherever that went. There we go. Always remember with Mod Podge, you are playing with glue, so you're going to gunk up your brushes. So use the brushes you don't really care about as much, or the ones you beat up. Okay. Alright, so pink it is right now. So I'm not making it an exact match. If some of the pink shows through on of the paint, that is totally fine with me. I'm using this, like I said, like kind of like a base tone. Let's do the two bottom legs first. I have my fan on, so it's going to dry out a little bit faster. Maybe. Here we go. Okay. So you can kind of see, look how cute that looks. All right. Just getting a nice smooth stroke there. All right, we'll come back and do our bow in just a sec. Okay. You can see, ain't that cute? Thanks, Case. Did I miss Teresa? Hey, Teresa. Hey, Sherry. I think I missed you in the comments. Sorry. Whew, I scrolled too much. Now I couldn't see the comments. Okay. There we go. Let's get her bow here. I'm kind of just glopping it on real good because I'm using such a thicker brush to do this, or such a small brush to do this. Typically I would use a bigger one, but you know, I don't want to, I'm being lazy and not wanting to switch brushes. Because, you know, you guys know me. I hate switching brushes. Alright. Okay, just kind of smoothing out here real quick. Kind of getting a little bit better of a coverage all the way around. Okay, so you can kind of see our coverage that we've got. And for the most part, our detailing should show up. See? Now, if you wanted it to look a little bit brighter, we would take that same dotting tool, right? And what I would do, let me move some of the glitter here. So what I would do is I kind of just go over my line and just take up a little bit of that glitter. And it brings out the highlight and everything else just a little bit better. So you can see it's a little bit stronger, bolder now. And it doesn't look like you scraped it off, I promise. All right. Let's put our pink glitter away. I'm gonna put that paintbrush in my mouth. Hey, Shantae. Okay, so our pink glitter is done. Let's go back to our green, and we're gonna add the green for the frosting. So I'm basically doing every other for the glitter. I did do it with every glitter, and it just was kind of a lot. So I went back to the basics of just kind of every other, and I really liked the look of that a little bit more than everything all glittered up, especially because I'm doing the glitter all over the body when we spray it. So that kind of helps with that too. Okay, so you can see that, our little cutie. So a nice little bit of glitter here, or Mod Podge here. Let me smooth this out. Casey, I saw what you did with the hot cocoa sign. Oh my gosh, girl, you're getting good. So cute. Adorable. Okay. Okay, nice and smooth there. All right. Okay, let me move that in. There we go. You guys make sure to tag me when you're doing cute paints. I always love to see how you guys are doing with your paint. Love it. Okay. So cute. Adorbs. All right. We are calling our little girlfriend done. Our little Gingy girl. I don't know why I picked up Ginge for her, but I don't know. That's what I call her. Our Gingy girl. Let me put our glitter away. And then, like I said, when I spray it, what I do is while it's wet and it has that first coat of clear spray, I take my glitter, take like a little pinch of it, and I just kind of sprinkle it around, kind of get it in between my fingers, just sprinkle it around. And it has this cute little baked golden look to it. I'll make sure I take a picture of it and show you guys. But that's how she turns out towards the end, okay? Let me flip camera view so you can see her the other way. You guys, I got done like super early. We could have maybe gotten the boy done. Ain't that cute? Isn't she fun? So I'll paint up her boyfriend and you guys can see both of them, and then I'll also post with the glitter sprayed on. So like I said, I do a clear coat of spray, sprinkle on the glitter just a little bit, let it dry, and then I do one more clear coat because I've got that glitter, I don't want it to pick off. And then we've got that. We've got her all cuted up. But that is kind of the game. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything. And you guys all have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for being so forgiving with me. These last 2 weeks have been a little bit chaotic for me. So I appreciate it. Hopefully we've kind of got things settled down now. So fingers crossed. Night, you guys. Have a blessed week. Bye, guys. And Dawn, if I don't see or talk to you, all the positive vibes for your show. Mwah. And let's pray for some cooler weather this weekend. Bye, honey. Bye, guys. Thank you, Sherry. Bye, guys.